When you were little, growing up, the world was a marvel. The path in front of you was exciting and your entire life was ahead of you. Do you remember what you dreamt of? You didn't dream of being where you are now, did you? Stuck in a job you can barely tolerate but wouldn't dare to quit, weighed down with enough debt that even though you're not always thinking about it, it never truly leaves your mind. Thoughts of bills that are due always looming in the background. Too much stress and not enough joy. And that's why you started looking for a way to make some money online in the first place, isn't it? To relieve that stress, to relax a little and enjoy your life. But if you've been trying to make money online for any length of time, you already know a dirty little secret that surprises the tens of thousands of people that come online for the same reasons as you every single month. It's so damn hard. You never wanted an online business, you just wanted the money. And who knew you'd have to learn so much stuff? How to be a drop shipper, a blogger, a talented writer, an SEO and PPC expert, a social media wizard, a product developer, an affiliate marketer, and more. So why are all the internet gurus constantly selling you their so-called systems that teach you to be just those things? Why are they bombarding your inbox with offers day in and day out, promising they will make you rich with these systems? I'll tell you why. 2 reasons. The first reason is you really do need to know almost all that stuff if you want to make money online. It's not nearly as easy as all the overnight millionaire stories make it out to be. It's a 50 to 60 hour week at the least. And the second reason they do it is you buying all their stuff finances their lifestyles, their sweet rides, their luxury vacations, their fancy homes, and lots of nights at the clubs. The good news is that you don't have to pay for their dreams or finance their exorbitant lifestyles. And you don't have to learn any of that stuff to get what you really wanted. You didn't come online for some time-sucking business. All you wanted is the money, and you can have it. Lots of it. And you can do it from home with just a computer and an internet connection in less than an hour a day with almost no effort. Even if you have 0 prior experience, even if you have little or no tech savvy, and you won't have to keep buying all their stuff. You won't have to learn all that new crap because the system I'm about to reveal to you doesn't need any of it. What if, right now, you could write yourself a check for as much money as you need, as much money as you want? Would you write yourself a check for $1,000? Would you write yourself a check for $10,000, perhaps $100,000? Or maybe you'd like to write that check for $1 million or more. And what would you do with all of this newfound money? Would you pay off some bills? Would you stash some cash in the bank for a rainy day? Would you upgrade your car and your house? Would you take a luxury vacation or 2? Or maybe you'd just take a rest for a while and be lazy, putting the 9-to-5 daily grind behind you with this money. No matter what it is that you want to do, now you can live the lifestyle that you always dreamed you would. You deserve it. You deserve all of it. So, how do you turn those checks you wrote in your mind into a reality? Well, I'll tell you how I do it, and I'll give you all the details so you can do it too. It's easy, it's fast, and it's proven to work like clockwork, stuffing my accounts full of as much cash as I want every single day. In fact, have a live look at how quickly and easily I can generate an extra $5,100. Here you're seeing an actual live example of just how easy this is. We're in one of my many accounts, and I'm going to start the process by pushing 1 or 2 buttons and entering an amount before I hit apply. Next, we'd normally wait 60 seconds here, but I'll speed up my recording so you don't have to wait that long to see what happens. However, when you're doing this at home, I think you'll enjoy these 60-second profit sessions very much. Heck, I can't even drink my cup of coffee in 60 seconds. So making money in that time is pretty exciting. Well, there you have it. New money in the account. It's easy, it's fast, and I'll explain everything in more detail in just a moment. That took all of 60 seconds. 1 minute to an extra $5,100 cash in my pocket. Sound like something you'd be interested in? Possibly adding an extra 5,100 to your own bank in just 1 minute? As many times as you please? Good. Then let me show you how you can do this too. Ever hear of something called binary options? The name makes it sound far more complex and mysterious than it is. It's actually incredibly simple. With binary options, you're placing an investment in a stock like Apple or Facebook, or a commodity like gold or silver, or a currency pair like the US dollar versus the euro. But you're not locking away your hard-earned money for months or years at a time on a wing and a prayer that your investment will grow 1 or 2%. Instead, you're actually investing in the idea that the stock, commodity, or currency pair will go up or go down in a period of time of your choosing, such as a day or even as little as 60 seconds. And your return could be 80%, 100%, 200%, even higher in that same amount of time. Imagine doubling your money in minutes over and over again. And that, my friend, is a quick look at how binary options work. It's not hard at all. In fact, in a 2-week period, I made $7,777.20 with binary options in just one of my accounts, from the comfort of home, working, if you call pushing some buttons working, just an hour or so a day. Have a look at how much I made. And here's another $1,617.90 for just one day. With my proven trading system, anyone, including you, could do this too. And do you think you could do this by becoming what those gurus try to teach you to do? By being a drop shipper, a blogger, a talented writer, an SEO and PPC expert, a social media wizard, a product developer, an affiliate marketer, or one of the other obscure online professions they talk about? Maybe you could. There are, in fact, about 3% of all the people that try these so-called professions that do actually succeed. The problem is that it usually takes them many months or even years of hard work to get there. If you don't want to wait that long for the chance to maybe get paid, if you don't want to hustle hard for 18 hours a day doing all that work to try to be one of the very small percentage that makes it, then you should forget about all that nonsense and try binary options instead. Hi, my name is Bill Hughes. I know what it's like to struggle. I know what it's like to be at the bottom and try to claw your way out, to aspire to be at the top. I know the pain of juggling money to pay the bills from week to week. And I know how it feels to have absolutely nothing at all but dreams of a better day. I know because while I built my first fortune when I was young, I lost it all. I lost my entire fortune, everything. And I had to start all over again, from nothing, to build my second fortune, doing exactly what I'm going to show you how to do too, with binary options. It's quite a story of rags to riches, to rags, to riches again. A story I think you should know, so thanks for allowing me to share it with you. It all started back in college. I double majored in psychology and mathematics with a minor in playing cards. Well, that wasn't really a minor, but I grew fond of using my psychology and math skills to win at blackjack at a local casino in my early years. I was the only 20-something kid back then with a wallet crammed full of cash, a brand new car, and all the food and beer I could dream of. The ladies loved me, and the guys all hated me. Life was as good as it gets back then. Young, dumb, and rich. It felt like I was the biggest man on campus, but college could not go on forever. So after I graduated with advanced degrees in psychology and mathematics, I decided to take my card counting and my blackjack winning skills on the road to Vegas. The bright shiny lights, the beautiful women, the warm dry air, the 24/7 cash machines that were the casinos. It was like heaven. Yeah, those were some pretty amazing years too. I ruled those casinos and withdrew cash from them on demand. A typical day at work for me started at about 10 p.m. with me strolling up to the blackjack tables decked out in unnecessarily expensive clothes. I'd sit down and write out a marker for $15,000 or more to get started. I'd grab my only drink of the night, a bourbon and water, and I'd gamble until 8 or 9 in the morning, until I grew too tired to count cards anymore, too tired of winning. Then I'd go cash out my chips, head to the bank, make my daily deposit, and go back to my suite to sleep. To be young and banking many hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, just playing cards, well, that feeling is indescribable. And after just a couple years, I had amassed quite a bankroll, but I'd also begun to garner a reputation in Vegas. Sure, on the surface things looked great for me. I had a hot girl on my arm every night. All the elite inner circle in town all knew who I was. They either wanted to be like me or party with me and hope my luck would rub off on them. But unfortunately, the casinos had also begun to know me as well. They knew that I'd win every time. I was a liability to them because I was going to cost them money, and lots of it. And soon it became nearly impossible to get in the doors of any of the major casinos, much less win. They'd simply redirect me right back outside as soon as I walked in the doors. I had to start gambling off the main strip away from those casinos that knew me, and farther off the strip still. The table maximums got smaller and smaller as I moved farther away from town until finally there was nothing in it for me anymore. I had literally won myself right out of Vegas. To this day, I'm not allowed in several of the top casinos. They know if I walk in their doors and sit at their tables, I will win. So they don't want me there. And while that gives me a certain level of self-satisfaction, back then satisfaction didn't pay my bills or fatten my bank accounts. The next 2 years are a bit of a blur. I traveled the world, I partied and partied and partied some more. I guess I played about as hard as a young 20-something globe traveler could. As odd as it may seem, all that time playing, all that time doing nothing of value, well, it got very depressing. I was tired, weary, feeling empty, and I knew I needed something of substance in my life. I needed a challenge. I had to build something I could be proud of. So I left behind the tropical weather, the beautiful and scantily clad suntan women, the rum, and all the other excesses I had enjoyed for 2 years, and I headed back to the U.S. to dive headfirst into the emerging technology industry. Some days I'd go at it from 4 a.m. until 2 or 3 a.m. the next day, literally investing every waking hour and my bank account into building my own successful technology company. It took 15 years, 15 long, hard, wonderful years. And in March of 2000, at the height of the market, and with NASDAQ at 5,000, I received a mid-seven-figure offer for that company, an offer I gladly accepted. I retired again at 40 with a massive amount of cash to my name. I look forward to another fun-filled fantasy vacation around the world, like the one I had taken so many years before. But this time, I was a little older and a little wiser, and I had a family to take care of now. So I decided to invest my money and let that money work for me. Let that money make money and keep me fat and happy for the rest of my life. I put almost everything I had into a prominent Wall Street firm that touted safe and effective wealth management. And at first, things were fine. But as you may recall, 2008 was the year the market was totally obliterated, practically overnight. Trillions were lost and misplaced. And over the course of about a year, the Wall Street firm I had entrusted my money to lied, cheated, and stole their way through my entire fortune with risky investments and incompetent management. There I was, 48 years old, once very wealthy and now dead broke, barely a few dollars to my name. Until that point in my life, I had only known success. I had only known riches. Now, at 48 and with a family to take care of, for the first time in my life, I did not know how I would pay my bills. I did not even know how I'd feed the people I loved. But one thing I've always firmly believed, to succeed you need to fully understand your own strengths and weaknesses. And one of my strengths is doing. While the loss of my entire fortune was a massive blow, one that had taken me down quite a few pegs, and wondering if I had just wasted a lifetime, I refused to accept that this would be my life going forward. I wasn't having it. I would not be kept down. So for the first time in my life, I got a job. I took out loans, I got credit cards, and I decided to take matters into my own hands and take full responsibility for every aspect of managing my money. And more so, I decided to build a fortune for myself. Again. So I used the loans and credit cards to pay for numerous expensive seminars and workshops, learning to trade like the professionals. Tens of thousands of dollars in borrowed money and hundreds of hours of my time, on top of my new 9-to-5 job, I spent learning how to trade stocks and options, and then Forex. If you'll recall, one of the reasons I was so good at cards in my younger years was my mathematical background. By combining my newly honed trading skills with my mathematical background with algorithms, I would develop my own proprietary methods and strategies for trading successfully. I would build a winning formula that would virtually assure success for my clients. And it worked so well, in less than a year I was personally managing tens of millions of dollars of client funds in the Forex market for one of the major brokers. You know me though, I had spent all of my life on my terms. And while my job at the brokerage gave me a much needed lift when I was at my lowest and helped me to become one of the top strategic traders in the U.S., it was still a job, working for someone else. And it just wasn't in my nature to work for other people. It wasn't long before I moved on and began trading for myself only, at home, on my terms. I began to build my next fortune in Forex. I had much success with Forex. It made sense to me. It was simple for me. It was currencies, math, trends, and I loved it. But one day I stumbled onto something even simpler, something where I could get 80, 90, 100, 200, even 300% returns in minutes, with almost no effort at all. I stumbled into binary options. Of course, I had to adapt my skills and my system to binary options. It was the hottest new market where anyone can win trading for themselves through the use of my simple but highly effective system for extracting gains consistently, day after day. And over the past 2 years, I've refined and honed my binary options trading strategy into what it is today. I've tested it over and over again, and now the end result is an incredibly effective, high percentage system which allows anyone, even a total newbie, to trade profitably too. In fact, if you had followed my easy step-by-step system over the past year, you would have won 2 out of every 3 of your trades. Let me put this another way. Say you wanted to dip your toes in the water and start slow. Maybe you invested just $25 following my system and you did just 15 trades per week. With a 67% win rate, that's 2 out of 3 winning trades, you would profit $75 per week. With 4 weeks in a month, you would profit $75 times 4, or $300 per month. That would be an extra $300 per month to do anything you want with. And that would be if you started slow. Imagine if you started investing more money more times per week. Your profits would grow exponentially. You might soon see profitable days like this one. That's money made from home, on the computer, in barely no time at all, giving you time to do anything you wish without ever having to worry about money again. And that's what I've come to call the mass money machine. It works like clockwork, allowing you to extract massive cash profit with ease, anytime and anywhere you please. And forget hard work or learning. Unlike those online careers that all these gurus are trying to sell you on, you could follow my step-by-step system and be making your first profitable trade within 1 hour from now. Money in an hour, from right now. The mass money machine method is so simple that even a total newbie can point and click their way to cash today. It doesn't matter if you have 0 technical skills. It doesn't matter if you've never traded before. My system is simple to follow. There's no complex terms. There's nothing complicated about it all, really. You don't need a website. You don't need a product. You don't sell anything and you don't ever have to talk to a soul. Yes, with my step-by-step binary options trading method, life could finally be different for you. All those dreams you had when you were young, now they could be a reality. Money, freedom, time to do whatever you please, whenever you please. And you don't have to worry about overcrowding. You don't have to worry about competition. It doesn't matter if one person is trading or 1,000,000 people are trading. The system works the same. You know, as I grow older and perhaps a bit wiser, I look back on things I learned when I was young. I look back at the mathematicians I learned about and learned from. One of my favorites was always Isaac Newton. You know, the guy with the famous apple falling from the tree experiment. And something he said has always resonated with me. He once said, "We build too many walls and not enough bridges." Well, I'm of the opinion that all those online careers that many of these guys are selling you, they're walls. Walls keeping you from your success. They're hard to climb and most people never make it over the top. But what I'm offering you right here, right now, it's a bridge. It's an easy, straight path to real money. Anybody, regardless of experience or previous success, can walk across this bridge and find the success they've always dreamed of. If you feel stuck in your job, the 9-to-5 grind, if you feel weighed down by debts and bills, if you're tired of that annoying alarm clock dictating when you start your day, if you're stressed about money or just want more of it, then you need to act with every fiber of your being. You need to eliminate any other distractions and do exactly what I say. I'm handing you the very same system I personally use to generate up to thousands of dollars per day, from home, on my terms and my schedule. There's no question unanswered and no stone unturned. If there was any remaining question, it would likely be this: how do you get started? Well, like everything I'm going to help you with, getting started is simple too. First, you're going to enter your email address and click the button below. Then you'll invest just $47 to get instant access to the complete Mass Money Machine system. You'll be immediately directed to your exclusive members area so you can dig right into the step-by-step training and be making profitable trades within an hour. And I know that $47 is really affordable for everything I'm offering you. After all, there are no monthly fees or any hidden charges or any nonsense like that. You see, I've decided that while I could charge thousands for this system, I'd rather help as many people as possible to finally get the life of their dreams. So I'm putting it within reach of anyone that's ready to make a real change today. Just $47 one time and you're in. And hell, the price of the Mass Money Machine really doesn't matter one bit anyway. Because if you do what I show you, then you could be trading profitably in as little as 1 hour from now. And you have my 100% money-back guarantee. I know firsthand this works. My system has a proven 2 out of 3 win rate, and it's so simple to do. There's nothing to install, there's nothing to configure, there's no lengthy learning curve. You just follow my instructions, log in, and click a button to get paid. If you're technical enough to log into Facebook and click a like button, then you've got the skills to do this too. I'm confident that once you see this live and in action for yourself, you'll wish you had started with it a long time ago. But what's better, you don't even have to decide right now. Join Mass Money Machine today and put my statistically proven methods for making money with binary options to work for you for a full 60 days. I'm sure you won't want to let go of this program once you see what it can do for you, but I'm also a man of my word. And if for any reason within those 60 days you decide that Mass Money Machine is not for you, simply email me for a refund in full. We'll walk away friends and you'll have my thanks for giving it a try. When I lost my fortune, all 7 figures of it, I did not sit idly by and wait for something good to happen to me. I took swift and massive action and rebuilt my fortune again, thanks largely to binary options. So let me ask you, when you wake up tomorrow, do you want to wake up the same way you woke up today? Wondering what else is out there for you, the worry of money, of bills, of debt, somewhere in the back of your mind? Or do you want to wake up knowing you have a new path, knowing that you're on your way to the life you always dreamed of? 100% risk-free $47 puts my proven 2 out of 3 win system in your hands immediately. This is not some theory. It's not a wild guess as to what will make money for you. It's tested and proven on over 1,384 trades last year alone. Stop working for others. Stop struggling and start living on your terms. And all it takes to get started is for you to enter your email address and then click the Instant Access button below right now. I look forward to seeing you on the inside.